Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly where your money is going, no stress, no fear, just control. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the harsh truth, most people spend more time scrolling TikTok than planning their finances. And that's why they're broke. Host, but you're here because you're different. You want more. You want to build wealth, not just survive paycheck to paycheck. And today, I'm going to help you create the ultimate budget in just 30 minutes. Yes, you heard that right, just 30 minutes to change your financial life forever. Ready? Let's get started. Act 2, The Journey to Building the Budget. Step 1, Know Your Why, 2 minutes. Host, before we dive into spreadsheets and apps, let's tackle the most important question, why do you want a budget? Without a clear reason, you'll lose motivation faster than your New Year's gym resolution. Are you saving for a dream vacation? Clearing debt? Building a path to financial freedom? Write it down right now. Pattern interrupt, smile mischievously. Host, don't roll your eyes at me. If Jeff Bezos can plan to colonize Mars, you can write down why you want to save money. Seriously, this is your North Star. Transition, enthusiastic tone. Host, got it? Great. Because once you know your why, you'll crush the next steps. Step 2, calculate your income and expenses, 4 minutes. Host, now let's get real. How much money is actually coming in every month? Grab your pay stubs, freelance invoices, or sugar baby allowances, just kidding. Or am I? Pause for audience laughter. Host, now, list your expenses. Not just the big stuff like rent or groceries, but everything. Netflix, coffee runs, DoorDash, if you spend $3 on a cupcake, it goes on the list. Because what gets tracked gets controlled. Cliffhanger, smile knowingly. Host, and trust me, when you see the numbers, you might feel a little shocked. But that's the wake-up call you need. Transition, calmly reassuring. Host, don't worry, though. Step 3 is where the magic happens. Step 3, the 50/30/20 rule, 4 minutes. Host, here comes the blueprint to your financial success, the 50/30/20 rule. It's simple, it's genius, and it works. Here's how it breaks down, 50% of your income for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. Pattern interrupt, raise an eyebrow skeptically. Host, but let's be honest. You're probably thinking, 30% for wants. I've been spending 70%. That's okay. This is your chance to realign your priorities. Cliffhanger, lean forward. Host, here's the catch, though, what happens if your rent alone takes up 60% of your income? That's where step 4 comes in. Step 4, trim the fat, 4 minutes. Host, to build a bulletproof budget, you've got to cut the excess. Look at your expenses and ask, do I really need this? Subscriptions you forgot about, daily Starbucks runs, expensive Uber rides, these are money leaks. Pause, then smile playfully. Host, I know what you're thinking, but my $8 oat milk latte is my joy. Listen, I'm not saying give up everything. Just pick your battles. Transition, empowering tone. Host, once you've trimmed the fat, you'll feel an instant sense of control over your finances. Step 5, automate your finances, 4 minutes. Host, let's make budgeting foolproof. Automation is your secret weapon. Set up automatic transfers for savings, bill payments, and investments. Pattern interrupt, look surprised. Host, wait, you're not investing yet? Don't worry, I've got another video on that, but back to automation. This step removes the temptation to spend and gives you peace of mind. Cliffhanger, slow down dramatically. Host, but what if your income is unpredictable? Freelancers, gig workers, I see you. That's step 6. Step 6, adapt and adjust, 3 minutes. Host, your budget isn't set in stone. Life happens. You'll have months where you make more or less than expected. The key is to adapt. Review your budget monthly and tweak as needed. Pause for emphasis. Host, because here's the truth, budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Transition, excited tone. Host, and if you've stuck with me this far, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Act 3, the payoff. Final scene, host sits back, looking satisfied. The background music crescendos. Host, so there you have it, 6 steps to build the ultimate budget in just 30 minutes. You've identified your why, tracked your money, applied the 50/30/20 rule, trimmed the fat, automated your finances, and learned to adapt. Pause, look directly into the camera. Host, now, here's the deal. Don't just watch this video and do nothing. Set a timer for 30 minutes and start building your budget. Your future self will thank you. CTA, friendly yet persuasive. Host, and if you're ready to take your financial game to the next level, check out my video on how to invest $1,000 in your 20s. It'll blow your mind. I'll see you there. Let's make 2024 your wealthiest year yet. 73. The journey to building a budget begins with a fundamental understanding of one's financial position. It starts with a desire to take control of personal finances, often spurred by the realization that without a plan, money tends to slip through our fingers. Budgeting is not merely about restricting spending but about creating a purposeful and intentional way to allocate resources. At its core, it is about aligning financial decisions with personal goals, values, and aspirations. To embark on this journey, one must first take stock of their income. This requires clarity on all sources of earnings, whether they stem from a steady job, freelance work, investments, or other streams. Knowing the exact amount coming in is crucial as it forms the foundation upon which the budget is built. Equally important is an understanding of expenses. This involves tracking every penny spent over a specific period, usually a month, to paint a clear picture of where the money goes. It's an exercise in self-awareness, often revealing spending habits that might otherwise go unnoticed. The process of categorizing these expenses into fixed, variable, and discretionary categories provides further insights into areas where adjustments can be made. Fixed expenses are those that remain consistent, such as rent, mortgage payments, insurance premiums, and utilities. Variable expenses fluctuate from month to month and include costs like groceries, transportation, and entertainment. Discretionary expenses encompass the non-essentials, the things that bring joy or convenience but are not strictly necessary. Armed with this information, one can identify areas where spending can be reduced or optimized. The next step in building a budget is setting financial goals. These goals serve as the guiding light for budgeting decisions. They can be short-term, like saving for a vacation or paying off a credit card, or long-term, such as building an emergency fund, buying a house, or planning for retirement. Clear, measurable, and achievable goals provide motivation and a sense of purpose. Once goals are established, it's time to create a plan. This involves allocating a specific portion of income to various expense categories and savings. The 50/30/20 rule is a popular guideline, suggesting that 50% of income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. However, the ideal allocation may vary depending on individual circumstances. Creating a budget also means preparing for the unexpected. Life is unpredictable, and unplanned expenses can derail even the most well-thought-out plans. Establishing an emergency fund is a critical aspect of budgeting. This fund acts as a financial safety net, providing a buffer against unforeseen circumstances such as medical emergencies, car repairs, or job loss. Consistency and discipline are key to successful budgeting. This requires regular monitoring and adjustment of the budget to reflect changes in income, expenses,